First of all, I'm honored, humbled, delighted to be elected to be your General Secretary. And I know that you have invested a lot of trust and faith in me, and I will do everything in my power to merit that trust and that confidence. And I am compelled to say a couple of things. Gil Rendell says that we need a story sufficiently strong to make others want to tell it. Do I need to get closer or further away? I can't tell. Better? Okay. Gil Rendell says we need a story sufficiently strong to make others want to tell it, a purpose sufficiently important and difficult to make others want to pursue it, and an identity clear enough to make others want to live it. I believe that the United Methodist Church has what people are starving for, a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And in our faith and our practice, we combine head, heart, and hands better than anybody. Last night, as Anderson Cooper was reporting from Japan, there was a 30-second blip that said, UMCOR, do you want to help? Here are the contact numbers. And I was moved to tears by that. I'm so proud to be a United Methodist. We unite the two so long divided, true knowledge and vital piety, so we must deliver. I love the story of the fellow who always dreamed of flying and couldn't afford it. So one day he took his aluminum chair, the kind with the webbing, and tied 10 helium balloons to it, packed a 6-pack and peanut butter sandwiches in a little cooler, grabbed his BB gun, and took off. He gained so much altitude that he disrupted air traffic at 15,000 feet. And when the prevailing winds were blowing him over the ocean, he shot out the balloons and landed. And when he was asked, why did you do this? He said, well, you can't just sit there. Well, friends, we can't just sit here. Only God knows why God chose us to lead the church towards systemic change. But we are in a crucial moment in our salvation history, and our God is leading us out of Egypt, the Egypt of slow decline and death. And this is a story of you and me acting as Moses together, trying to lead God's people from the past into the future. A story in which going back to Egypt is death and slavery, and going forward is life and freedom. And sometimes it sure doesn't feel that way. For people that were eyeball to eyeball with the Egyptian army, going back seems the best choice. Augustine said, stronger in me was my known evil than my unknown good. Jim Collins and Steve Compton say the first job of a leader is to define reality. This way, the scary way, leads to life. That way, the way we've always done it, that feels like life, is really death. The other thing that our story as God's people teaches us is that the way forward is a way God makes, and we choose to follow. I'm excited about our future together, and I believe that God has given us the gifts, the talents, the skills, and the resources we need to do what God is calling us to do. We have adaptive work ahead of us. Adaptive work is work that is not action, it's learning. Technical work is the application of known solutions to known problems. Adaptive work is learning. And as leaders, we don't have to have all the answers, but we need to ask the right questions. And the right question for us as a denomination and as an agency that equips leaders is, what do we have to learn to lead our church into God's future? Thank God, it all does not depend on us. The first job of a leader is to define reality. The second job is to say thank you. So thank you. I am in your debt for this gift of the opportunity to serve you. Now we must all hang on because we can't just sit here. Thank you.